this with me today.
No,
I don't think you want to do this with me today.
Because you don't have
I'm ready
time
for this. I'm ready for this. I'm seriously ready for this.
I think you don't have time right now because you have a newborn.
No. I think
no Twitter. You think you could really just leave it on your phone and never open it?
Absolutely.
You really do?
I only open Twitter. Listen, I only open Twitter to check trends for the show.
Laura doesn't tweet at all.
And at nighttime. Because
Laura's cracked. We all have different preferences.
No,
She's into
that's
cocaine. She's on the scrolling IG. I can watch her scroll.
Yeah.
But my point is this. At a certain point, and I don't have a problem with what you're saying because there are people who are addicted to the phone.
That's what I mean.
think the first step would be them admitting they're addicted before they can even get to what you're saying.
Yeah.
To even go, you know what, I'm going to put this down because I have a problem. So you'd have to admit you have a problem.
Correct.
That's part one. Part two, if you've admitted you have a problem, and you can't delete the app, I don't know if you can even put your phone down to jump to a new phone.
I don't know either. I by the way, so the guy told me the other day, because I've deleted the apps many times, and then I just end up re-downloading them a few days later.
Yeah. But see, I don't think you would if your job wasn't your job.
That's what we say, though, but I feel like it's an excuse for myself. I feel like it. Do I really need to promote the stuff that I do? Really? Honestly, does WWE need me to promote WrestleMania? Like, I feel like they're good.
But then but it's not even WWE, but you have 9 podcasts.
But like the podcast ones, I guess that one's helpful. But honestly, even after a little while with that, you're telling the same people over and over again. They don't even care, bro.
How about this? I mostly don't even post this show, and I don't even control the post for my Apple show.
No, exactly.
Someone else does it.
Right. You're not even doing it for work.
I get collaborative links from you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that either.
I agree. But I know I have a problem.
And the only reason I don't post it is because I hate the studio, and I'm not even sure I love the way our the things look, the videos that get created by our video department. But
for you, what I would think is nothing related to Instagram, honestly. I would think the thing that you are slightly in denial about your connection to is reading Twitter. You'll say it's all for the show.
I read, absolutely.
But you'll always say it's under the guise of I'm prepping. I don't think it's all prepping.
But like, for instance,
you need that.
Well, no, but like for instance, yesterday, I didn't work all day yesterday. I took the whole afternoon off yesterday. I ended up posting for Selassie's 1 month because I got a photo shoot from her mom that literally spent the entire day doing a photo shoot.
Yeah, by the way, your post was mad late. I'd already celebrated on Jazz's post.
You see what I'm saying? So let me hit you with the button. I wasn't even there all day.
Same. I was like, your 2 photos are cute, but I already saw the whole shoot.
I already literally saw this, showed it to Natalie. She'd already seen it.
But to my point, I wasn't there all day.
But IG's not your crack. Your crack is more Twitter than IG.
I don't even know if that's true either. I scroll more on IG because I enjoy the visual. The Twitter feed for me is really, like Laura said, it's mostly just news and what's happening, and I don't really like it all the time.
Listen, if you are among the few that are not truly addicted and use it, God bless you. I'm not here to fight you and tell you you're wrong.
I think the first step...
I know for me, it's an issue. I struggle with it. I don't want to be doing it, and I'm like, why am I doing it?
Right, and I think even more so for teenagers. That's their whole life.
They're built into it, Shawnee. And their brain's being reprogrammed.
So here's another thing. The teenage kids around me, right, which are my nieces and nephews, my brother's kids, and my god kids.
Yes.
They're not on it like that. Now,
that's true.
Granted, they're on video games. They're playing 2K. They're playing Fortnite. They're on other things, but they're not on the social like that. Not saying that that's not true. I'm just saying the teenagers in my sphere.
Hey, listen, maybe teenagers. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I have that same experience as Ebro. Like most of the kids around me, they're not even in it like that either. They go, okay, they don't really care for it like that.
Now that may be so. But by the way, guys, that may be so. But I would argue and suggest, in the cases of them, not all of them, some of them I'm sure are just fine. In many cases, even if they're not on it every day, the damage has been done. The way that they view themselves, the dysmorphia, the validation, desperation, all of this stuff is already, it's been woven in since they were 11, whether they're on it hardcore right now or not.
I will assert this, that for those that it has affected like that, I think it's very real. But socially, the engagement with technology goes all the way back to Sega, goes all the way back to video games, goes all the way back to kids like literally staying up all night long playing video games, which we're also a part of that generation too.
Yeah.
Right? Like that we have to engage in a thing. We can't put it down. We're addicted to a thing that is not necessarily healthy for you.
Yeah.
So it still goes back to that same point. You have to first admit that you have an addiction or that there's a problem in your house before you can even get to, I'm going to put said thing down. I need a phone that has a map, a text, and an email.
Right.
Like, you still got to make that conscious step. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure that if you can't delete an app
that
off
you'll be
your
able to
phone,
make the step.
that you'll still be able to make that jump.
Well, listen, when my relationship with my ex-wife blew up and I was like going through stuff, I literally took everything off of everything for over 6 months. Mm-hmm. There was no IG, there was no Twitter, there was no nothing. And you definitely feel symptoms of legitimate, I do at least, like at first you're kind of have withdrawal from it. And then you settle into it. And then it's kind of a tough time to look at myself because I was miserable. But had I not been miserable, it was nice.
But here's another thing. In my formidable years, I think about this a lot. I didn't have a social technology thing.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't on iMessage. Never did that before.
No, AIM.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I never did that. I
ASM.
never did
You're slightly too old for it.
MySpace.
I was on MySpace, but I was already in radio, and I got there because there was like new artists on there, and I thought it was stupid. I was never on Facebook because I never understood the difference between Facebook and MySpace. I used to get in arguments with people like, Facebook is totally different. I'll be like, I don't understand. So maybe that's also why I see it different, because it hasn't really been a part of my life. And I didn't even get on Twitter until Lil Wayne came at me around Summer Jam in 2012 when you and Nicki. That's literally when I got on Twitter, was when you and Nicki Minaj got into it at Summer Jam. Was when I started social media. So it's really your fault.
I knew this. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be about you anyway. This is about broader conversation.
Yeah, no. You made it about you. No. But you made it about me.
No, you.
No. I said, can't you just take the app off the phone? You said, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I didn't mean it.
And I was like, I absolutely can't.
Sorry, I didn't even mean you. By the way, I meant the proverbial. You're in a very sensitive space.
Yes.
I definitely meant proverbial you. You can't do that. I mean, all of us. It's a struggle. And you know what? If we do it after 8 o'clock, I would be curious how many people out there right now sit around in their relationships at night, and one of the big frustrations is them and their partner just sit on the phone scrolling in the same room.
And I would add into that. I would add into that people who listen to us right now that don't have social media at all.
Oh, I love them. Love those people.
They're the minority.
But they're definitely the minority.
Yeah.
Not on social
I think
media.
it's a healthy option. You know
I've
what I'm
heard
saying?
people say something's wrong with him. He doesn't have social media. Oh, he's hiding something. Something's happening. Or she's hiding something.
I agree with them.
The largest population on the planet is Facebook. It's the largest population on the planet.
Yeah, but here's the plot twist.
Yeah.
The other headline is only 30% of the people who have a Facebook page actually engage with it.
Is that true too?
That's still you can Google it.
It's still a huge number.
It's a huge number, but you can look at Twitter too. They say most people on Twitter just look. They don't tweet.
Yo, isn't it crazy though that as unhealthy as we know it is, and studies continue to come out and show how unhealthy people's relationship is with the phone, no one will do anything about it. But when it's TikTok and no one here is making money off of it, they're like, yo, we can put a ban on this real quick.
Congratulations.
Wait, what are you talking about? They didn't care about opioids either.
Well, that's because they were making money.
Yeah, until it was time to care about it, and then it was like, you know what, we got to do something.
Yo, my friend brought this up yesterday. It's so true. You remember how quickly they got Four Loko up out of here?
Four Loko got up out of here quick.
Yo, there was no Four Loko lobby. There was nobody.
Right.
But
I think you could still buy Four Loko somewhere,
but
though.
still, it got really knocked down. The congressmen and senators, they never had a Four Loko before.
True.
So they got it up out of here.
Well, it wasn't made by China.
Exactly, but it wasn't made by China.
It wasn't. If it would have made by China.
Anyways, I'll let you guys know how this experience goes
with the light phone.
But yeah, they told me I talked to them this week. They said they're working on the next model. They said the biggest problem they had with the previous ones they've done is that it's not the most up to date speed. It feels more like a Kindle. It's slow.
Gotcha.
So they said their next one's going to have a camera and it's going to have the regular pace of like a fast phone.
And does it look like a smartphone visually, like? As opposed to a flip phone or whatever.
It's like in between. It looks dope. It actually looks kind of, they did a collab I saw a year ago with PG Lang. Kendrick's company, Kendrick and Dave Free.
Yeah.
They did like a limited 250 phones, Kendrick, which is very Kendrick, right? Kind of being removed from the
He doesn't tweet.
I think it's a great
social
option.
media.
I'm going to give it a shot. I'll let you guys know.
Let us know. Speaking of congratulations, you played yourself. According to Page 6, Funk Flex, who founded The Breakfast Club.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Is also moving to the PM Drive time slot, and apparently our girl Nessa's pissed off about it.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Appropriate bomb.
That was well done.
Scene.
That was well done. I can't validate any of these changes today, but I wouldn't say that they're not true. I will say it's not true that Nessa's upset at Flex.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's not true.
And I know for sure that Flex did not invent the Breakfast Club.